Most real estate investors are making a huge tax mistake every year without even realizing it. Hi, I'm Tyler. Thanks for checking out my channel, Wealth and Wellness Over 40. I'm a CPA and CFP, and I specialize largely in real estate. So a big mistake that most real estate investors make is treating depreciation as just a one-off. Typically, they'll buy a single family property or fourplex, whatever, and just allocate a little bit to land and the rest just to the building, which is 27 and a half year property. Now, what that means is you're only able to depreciate that over 27 and a half years. But what you should be doing, or at least considering, because sometimes the cost might be a little high because you got to factor in your overall tax savings, is looking into a cost segregation study. And what this will do is, instead of depreciating your property out over 27 and a half years, you're going to be able to speed up a lot of that depreciation of that property and front load more of that depreciation in order to capture more of those expenses in the first few years of the property. So an example would be, instead of like flooring, for example, appliances, that's typically 5-year property, okay? So you'd be able to depreciate those items over 5 years instead of 27 and a half years. Concrete, fencing, all that stuff. It can get a little bit into the weeds on some of this stuff, but definitely it's a huge area where you can take advantage of. And the larger the property, the more benefit you'll typically see. So cost segregation is something to definitely consider that will save you a significant amount of money. And in big news in 2025, one thing that's going to help real estate investors immensely is bringing back 100% bonus depreciation. Okay, this is a huge deal. So, for example, if a real estate investor remodeled, 5-year property, say they remodeled a bathroom or they bought appliances, typically with the rental property, Schedule E, you would have to depreciate that over the life of the asset. But with bringing back 100% bonus depreciation, now you can deduct that full amount in the year of purchase, okay? So that's huge. That's part of the recent bill that was passed a few months ago. But bringing back 100% bonus depreciation is a huge deal. So those are just two main things that will significantly reduce your tax bill, okay? So cost segregation and bonus depreciation, okay? So when you're doing your taxes this coming spring, 2026, for the 2025 season, make sure when you're buying, you give your CPA or whoever a list of those assets that you bought, appliances, whatever else, remodeling work. Take a look and, speak with them about the potential need to take the 100% bonus depreciation on those assets that you purchased. And also, any properties going forward that you buy, consider looking into a cost segregation study, because most firms that do cost segs will kind of give you a prelim estimate based on the building and whatever else to kind of figure out what they think your tax savings could be. Okay, so if the cost seg's going to cost you a couple $1,000, 5,000, and you only have a few thousand of savings or 10,000, it might not be worth it. But if the cost is significant, say $50,000, $100,000 worth of tax savings, then definitely look into it, okay? So I will put those two notes down in the description, and feel free, I'm going to continue making more of these videos. Feel free to leave a comment and also like and subscribe, and because that'll really help the channel out, and I'd really appreciate it. So have a great day and see you next video.